Yeah.
Um, you realize that there are um, but when you think about him, you can feel him slinking in the background of your mind, still trying to get up enough votes. You think about that and Orcish warrior that had spoke to you previously are you like you think about a lot of them, um, but in this moment, of those that I named, which do you think you feel would hold more power?
Mm. I'll go with the Orcish warrior.
All right, very well. Let me pull up his name.
While he's not the highest ranking of those individuals, most it might it might be a name that the land that Kavath recognizes, which adds some mystique to it.
All right, all right. I need to look up what this name means because when I wrote it down,
Yes, your attempts were thwarted, Aizen. You attempted to surprise attack me over and over again, but I caught you each time. And it
okay.
wasn't the bell.
So unity, togetherness, strength, prosperity. Okay, I get it. It. Their name is Allium from Gruntas.
Allium Runetusk?
Gruntas.
Runetos?
Are we tossing runes?
Apparently his family he comes from a long line of broom tossers.
And that's the name I'll give.
Right.
And now we need to make a subclass just for that.
You just carve runes onto rocks and just start chucking them.
um, as you give their name an image, like they actually appear in your mind. You give my name. Interesting.
It's a
I will.
a navig
I will allow it this time.
Hopefully I won't need it again.
That is totally not creepy to come back to. You give a name to someone inside you and they pop up, oh, hi, I heard you say something.
They can't just be taking up free real estate.
Gruntosh. Interesting. I do not recognize the name, but it was most likely before my time. Hmm. maybe a predecessor of mine might have known. But for now, he goes out of your mind. And, these hors d'oeuvres are wonderful, oh dear King Ebenezer. He then goes and faces the king. Crocodile bites. You can't get ones this well seasoned in the capital. I'll have to get the name of your cook. I've been on a quest to find a worthy cook in my days, and this. Pray tell, what is the name of your chef here? King Ebenezer will hobble over on his peg leg. Why, we just freshly employed a chef Rene from Goldport. He is a very famous chef, and I'd be happy to give you a recommendation for his work. Good. Now, on to business. I came simply to deliver this. He will reach into his coat pocket and pull out a small black metal box and hand it to the king. As a show of my trust and affection towards your family and their lineage, and all that you do to protect the peace in this region, I have granted you this boon. I hope the rest of your scoff day it goes off well, and everyone will clap and like polite clapping. Now, I have other places to be on this fine holiday. Thank you for entertaining me. And like you'll see, he will tap his staff on the ground and disappear into a pile of golden sand, which will promptly blow away in the wind and out the window. Everyone
I was about to
I was
say,
I was about to say, how many people are about to try to get bottles of that?
somebody needs to.
you do see like one person, like after the party resumes, goes over to that area, and like this gnomish person, and he's not very subtle about it, but he's trying to be, and he's just like trying to he's picking up these like tiny grains of sand that were left behind and collecting them in like a little tiny bottle that he's putting in his pocket.
That's how people make artifacts out of nowhere.
Can't hear you.
You laugh, but that's how people make artifacts out of nowhere.
Oh, I know. It's still hilarious.
That the rest of the party goes pretty well. Darby at one point, Harim will be approached by her brother. Like he's wearing a very smart attire, like a traditional traditional party robes. He's actually not wearing. He's not wearing like any armor or anything, which you're used to seeing him in his armor. But like you can see that like it's kind of like a toga, but it has all these intricate patterns, and he's wearing like a little short hat that has matching patterns on it. It's flat on the top, up round hat, and he has a complementing sash that's holding it all together. But you can tell that just beneath his outfit is like he definitely has a warrior's physique, And you will see, the queen for like the first time actually, like standing up, uh, and you can tell she's has to be like she's like a 7 foot tall Leonin, this lion lady. And she towers above most everyone else, especially Harim and Hassan's father, who's only like 5'10".
Mm. Sorry. Sorry. I'm gonna view. I'm sorry.
So, but like they're like you can tell why she's always sitting when they're in the palace. Is the like in most settings things there like you can definitely tell the size differences. Point of the hurt pride when it comes to the king, but he loves his wife and he's not going to make her feel self-conscious about it.
You sure that it's not for his own uh self gratification?
Like when she comes over, you can like when she sees you and Kareem standing together, you can feel like a deep rolling purr, as her happiness that you guys have, have become met up and then become closer friends, and it seems to make her like visibly happy.
Who, the mom?
Yeah, the father looks very grumpy. He
I
looks,
do a short bow, and say good evening. Um, and I compliment the mother and her beauty. What would be appropriate type of a compliment though? Because I mean, after spending time with Harim, I would assume I would know the
yeah,
appropriate wording to say.
yeah. And you've met Leonins before in Goldport. They are
Yeah.
they're very proud. Oh, they're very proud people. A, they spend a lot of their time like grooming. So like her fur is like perfectly shimmery. It's seen like her white fur is like very stark with
Hmm.
her outfit. Like I sent you the photo.
Yeah.
I don't think I sent it in chat. No.
Mm, no. Um, I don't have her photo. I have Harim's and her brother.
I'll have to find that. But
Okay.
yeah, they make like conversation in where the father like partway through the like he just unclenches his jaw and it's like you, my daughter, uh, it seems that you have spurned the gifts of our benefactor, and they to- they let me know that it they were none too pleased. He's losing you as he he prince, and that they would have preferred if you had stuck around, but it seems that someone and gave them a better offer. And I can only I can only eh, say that I worry that your life goals may be hindered if you choose to go down this route. He side like gives a side look at his wife, like they had a long conversation on the carriage ride over here, and he's doing his best to stay copacetic.
It doesn't seem quite the place to have this conversation. It's a party.
Fine.
I'm sure you'll have enough time to discuss this later on. Sir, do you want anything to drink?
Yes. I guess I should drink.
Yes, let's drink. Let's drink.
Hey, you guys will share a glass. Yes. Dobat, that as the as Xanthosis leaves,
I wanted to know, is it a moment that I can, like, when I say let's drink, and are we at a table?
no, there are standing tables. So yes, you guys could be at one. Just a little place where you can sit and eat your hors d'oeuvres and sit your glass down at.
I'll pull him over to, I guess, one of the walking around waiters so that we can grab a drink. And I'll just let him know, sir, I believe the decisions that your daughter has made was actually quite wise, and I know that my opinion doesn't matter, but I see great things in her future, and I know I, a lowly servant, and not in any position to give such thought. But I believe that you have raised such an amazing specimen, and that you will be quite proud of the things that she achieves in the near future.
Your words
You have done a
are
fantastic job, and
your
I just
words
wanted to
are as
thank you
honeyed
for
as
raising her.
this. Your words are as honeyed as this mead. My daughter has had a terrible influences on her life.
I
And,
agree.
and I would have preferred had she had just taken her punishment and stayed the same child that I spent so much time and effort having raised.
Yes, but as a father, I'm sure that you would expect that your child is something of uh, great importance coming from such a great being would have a strong desire to not only surpass something or at least come close to something so great as you um, in life. So the things that she has done is all thanks to you.
You seem very intent on trying to sway me.
Swayed, just let you know what the world sees. Outside of those walls, your child has done a lot of things and has moved a lot of people and has great influence. And she has no one else to thank but the influences that has led her here, which would be you, her family, her mother, her brother. I wish that there was someone to tell my father of the things that I've done. So I wanted to take the opportunity to just let you know that your daughter and your son are people to inspire to be.
You have meddled in things that you do not fully understand.
Probably.
Our benefactor is far more influential than you who may suspect.
Well, I mean, I can't see the future. And if you can, I mean, what you see is what you see. But I'm just going to assume that life is going to happen exactly as it's meant to. And whatever results, I just would hope that you can accept the fates, good and bad, and where you assisted or hindered the cause of why things were, however things turn out.
You know, you would make a good court vizier. Always
I don't
trying
know
to,
what that is.
always trying to swing things to make me to attempt to appease me. I just need the facts, and the facts
I'm
say,
giving you that.
"Hey, my daughter will do this." And, like he's going to gesture with his scepter for a while and for a time, and then when she comes to her senses, it'll be me who has to who deal with the weeping and the sobbing and the picking up things.
Do you
And
deal with that now?
I had to deal with it growing up. My sister was the same way, and it all
Your sis-
oh, it all came to naught.
your sister was stuck in a perpetual cycle based off of generations not having the support of most likely you, her father, her own mother, and having to be stuck in whatever traditions your family has. It's fine. But I assume that the next generation won't break and bend so easily. I mean, look at them. And I'll look over at Hareem and her brother. They have done great things in just the little time that they've been alive. Have hope. And I'll pat him on the shoulder.
Like you'll hear a slight growl, and you'll see his ears fold back. Like, this is the first time like he's seen his stern visage break. He will like sort of like wipe off his shoulder with the with his free hand and quiet. It Can you bring me some sugar? Bring me some sugar. Interesting.
I'll walk back over towards them.
You know, you sound a lot like my twin brother, and that son of his. Always going on about us letting his son and a singling do as he pleased. He was not burdened with a twin, as my sister before him, and now look at him, a drunkard, working for some other kingdoms, those knights, fighting in a war, they're not under the banner of his own clan and family, but it's under someone else's.
I assume that we are all products of our own circumstances, and the decisions that we individuals make, our own, is ours. The decisions that your brother made is his own. The decision that you chose to make are yours, and the decision that your sister chose to make is her own. But it's based off of whatever you guys had going on way before Harim and Hasim. So
Hassan.
trust your parenting, Hassan. Trust your parenting. If you did the right thing, then they would do the right thing. If you feel as if you did a bad job, then I can understand why you'd be worried. I only wanted to let you know that you did a pretty good job, and you take offense to that. I'm not here to appease you. I barely like you, just like you don't like me. I don't like your morals and your concepts or even how you raise your children, but I'm letting you know that you did a good job. Because the minds of them, are pretty great. Now, if I may excuse you, I am going to drink some more and I'm going to party. Sir, ma'am, and I'll bow. And then I will hold my hand out for a Harim.
She will go with you, and alright, then we'll move over to Dobat.
Sorry.
Alright. Zoran, in having put the mask away when Xanthosis arrived, Dave will look back to you. Maybe now's not the best time.
Agreed. Let us talk another time.
He will hand you a sending stone.
I'll take it and then quietly put it in his pocket.
Would you like a drink?
I am fine.
Yes. So it'll be, well, maybe with this dinner will be a little bit more interesting, don't you think?
Agreed, with faces like that showing up.
He will walk away.
Pardon?
He'll walk away. No words of parting or anything else, just steps away.
No, that we'll just kind of keep an eye on him, but also return to like mingling in the party and checking over everything. He's kind of slipped back into Bard habit of listening for anything that might be interesting.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. The rest of the party is just people talking about and wondering about what's in the box. It's how much is what's in the box worth? Who's going to get to open the box? Where's the box going to be stored?
How long until the box explodes?
You, like, your ear catches a conversation, and nobody you're familiar is gonna also be nearby this. Someone's going to be talking with a lot of confidence, and that box is probably some kind of new weapon technology that Lord Xanthosis is developing. My bet. It's something that'll turn the tide on those Argentium some people. It, some kind of massive weapon that's gonna make the war easier for us. You know, we've always had the Lord Xanthos' blessing and his benevolence. We were one of the first city-states to turn to his side during the rebellion.
Do I see a nose to rival Pinocchio?
You know what? This person is a rat folk with a
Okay,
nose
yeah.
up, with his nose like upturned as much as you can imagine,
Yep.
and
Yeah, that's
surgery.
right.
he has has he has like hair that's all swept to one side, and he has a monocle, but it's like on the tip of his nose, nowhere close to his eye. So you know it's not like a something that he needs. It's fashion. It's like pure fashion, and he's wearing like the most dapper robes on top of a Noxian in suit, but he's wearing the suit completely wrong, and he's clashing these two styles.
Looks at him, tunes out anything he says, continues on.
But
Nobody, on the other hand, is really considering some things here.
after,
Even if so,
go
even if
ahead.
it's not some. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
Even if it's not some powerful weapon, it's enough that it might cause a ruckus if it disappears. But it also has a lot of high attention on it, and we're trying to stay at least a little low for the rest of the day. I guess I'll pivot for now and see if we can gather any more information on what could be within the box.
You don't really gather a ton because, in all honesty, nobody in this room knows what's in the box. The King Oberduza put the box, like, has the box in his possession, and no one has seen it other than him putting it in his like in his pocket. Well, no one's even gotten a good close glance at it to even see if it has anything on the outside other than just a shiny metal box.
Since I have a more familiar connection to this cult member, can I shoot a telepathical message to Mono?
Yes, you may.
I'll let them know about what could be inside this box.
That wouldn't surprise me. Cabas's staff is Age of God tech.
Really? Mind describing it?
I'll give the description of the staff.
Give me a history. Give me a history check.
I will go ahead and also, I can find it because I'm still not used to this new sheet.
I would love to, but my computer's currently frozen.
There it is. I'm going to use my knowledge from a past life ability. I believe equal. Okay, so I don't know why it just says 2. I haven't used it today, but how do I? There we go. I'll add a d6 to this.
Okay.
Wait, where'd you
As
get that
I
from?
it's part of my race.
Ah,
You said history?
Yes.
I can't roll.
Well, it's just nobody rolling.
Oh,
Do I have advantage?
Hmm.
cry.
Um, with Mana's Arcana check, I will give you advantage.
Yeah. Y'all.
Two nat 20s. Yes,
I
nobody knows
know
exactly.
everything.
Not only do I know what that stuff is, I built that thing.
I double nat 20. I don't expect me to roll anything above a single digit for the rest of this session.
All right, go ahead. All right, so
I,
what you like? As soon as Mana describes that staff, your memory goes back to Darius Shuma back in Goldport. He had a similar staff. That King Adonijah in Arun is currently walking around with a staff that's similarly shaped, and King Urbadeezer during the parade had a similar staff as well. And then you think about oh, the how Mana explains the staff has something to do with controlling the desert. Here, you think about that gold sand, and you think about these other staffs. Yes, the and you think back to that computer, the computer that Mana was hooked up to, that one that you took all that knowledge from, that you have no idea it means or what it can do, but you took that information and you think, why do these leaders in these cities these have a similar their staff? Maybe if it's not even like
Hello?
sorry, I've responded.
Yeah, they seems to have died.
Hey,
Oh.
why is it
I thought I
that
died.
all these leaders have a similar staff, even if they're not exactly the same, but they all wield these scepters that denote their status and power? And Xanthosis has one that's similar. Do all these staffs do something similar, or are they all connected? Is it merely an aesthetic connection, or is there something more to it? And you search your brain, and you think, gods that exist on this plane, I mean, are not all powerful. They can do things. They can affect large swaths of area, but a desert the size of a small continent being controlled at the whim of one person, and you think back to the sand wall. Why is there a wall of sand that separates the main part of the desert from the outskirts? Why is the sand outside of the desert regular sand, but inside of the desert it's this golden in color, almost metallic in some ways? And you're like, you think there's something that's preventing these this connects. There's a connection there, and you haven't figured it out yet. But then you think back to when you were escaping the city. You think back to how Xanthosis is attacked the other two gods. He called San from beyond her horizon to fight them. Not San that was around the city. He didn't lift up the desert around the city. He called San from somewhere else to himself. And there's something in these staffs that you feel like there's a link, and if you can tap into that kind of linkage, there may be something arcane that you can do. In that, give me a knowledge arcana roll at advantage.
Ooh. Since this is knowledge, I'm going to use another usage of my knowledge of past life. Because might as well. I might actually need it this time. See? What did I say?
Two 20s and two 4s.
Right.
Mana, looks like nobody's high today.
No, ma'am.
With a 10, you feel like there is some link between what Xanthosis is doing with these staffs and what Layla is doing with these curse marks, but you can't piece it together how there's a connection. And
I'm sorry.
When you when you are able to piece that together, you feel like you will unlock like the reason why Layla gave these curse marks out, and potentially you can unlock like the secret of the curse mark in and of itself, and you think that connection lies in that tomb that Layla is asking you to go to.
You start hearing nobody just start cackling within your head, Mana. As dots start to line up. They're not quite lining up yet, but it's like I may have found a connection and a way to maybe replicate it myself. Sadly, I do think I have to deviate from our other plans. It seems Layla's tomb is a bit more useful than I thought it was. As I'll give a brief rundown of what I discovered to Mana. This is a conundrum that delights me. One that could be very powerful.
Like while you're giving the lowdown, Thasio's like, "Sir, this is giving me a migraine. And I don't know if I understand or can comprehend what you are making my brain think, and I feel scared."
I will deliberate more later, as he'll retreat back.
Be afraid, be very afraid. Run for the hills.
And I'll send like a more soothing thought towards my familiar's brain as kind of a recompense. I
Nobody's on their
apologize.
Joker arc.
But I have stuff to deliberate. I will continue to listen from now on.
Like, Mana, you can see that her hors d'oeuvre tray is like slightly at an angle, so as she's like sort of holding the side of her head as like this migraine is going through her.
We can't hear you, Kiri.
Hey, I'll give her a there. Eh, eh. Parties like this can be stressful, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Um, but thank you. I think I got this. Did we ever give a race to Jade? Hold on. I got unplugged.
I don't think we've actually really. I don't remember if we ever actually said the races of them.
I know Esteban was a human, and Jean Paul was a hobgoblin because he was the hobgoblin from the group in Goldport. I don't think.
What are these names you speak of? I'm pretty sure those aren't their names anymore.
Sorry, Cowls and Empty. Zilch was the one that had it like was the no Zilch was the one that was a human because he was the one that had all the questions and he was the one that was the newest and seemed to be from like a noble background, but like he's like the seventh son of some noble family that's not going to inherit really anything.
Unless we intervene.
Yeah. That.
Having a noble never hurts.
Here, you guys. We can pick from like the common races of the region. I'll let one of y'all pick. All right, you got.
And this is for Jade, who is also what is her name? New name again?
Vazio.
Vazia, gotcha.
The races that are common in Arubia are orcs, dragonborn, oni, kobolds, goblins, and tieflings, and yuan-ti, and Avon in the northern areas. Which you guys are in the northern area, but you're not near the cliffs.
I'm feeling Dragonborn.
Alright, let me write that down so that that's not forgotten. Alright. We'll figure out Kyle's and the hill later. So yeah, you'll help her out. Yeah. Unless does anyone else have anything they want to do? Picari, Nissa.
No, I don't think Picari has anything really to do here.
Yeah,
So
Picari.
draw as little attention as possible.
You did hear that there was that Xanthosis is looking for a chef. That's something.
Okay.
If you ever find your way to the capital, that's something you could do. But he seemed, you don't know. That's not something that you would. Picard would probably directly.
Not there isn't a because it's not like she's out here looking for jobs or anything.
It's like
So unless there's a direct benefit for her to do that, then she's not really gonna.
The only way it would directly benefit Picard is if working there gave you access to his library. Because he mentioned that to Mana that he has a bunch of research material.
there's a bunch of colleges in the capital, and he sort of snipes any intellectual or person that studies history or technology, and into brings them to the capital or one of the villages nearby.
Yeah, but Picard would be worried about like too much attention, especially since, people are probably looking for this artifact and all sorts of things.
Yeah, and especially in a city
So
like that. That
yeah, that I think that's too much risk.
I was also going to say he would probably try to swipe it as soon as he could.
yeah, that like one of the 10 Kings just throw in an artifact. That sounds like a useful thing, and what the artifact does, man, that would be worth researching.
Yeah, I think it's just too much risk. So at the current point, like she'll file it away, put it mental filing cabinet. But in case, there's a reason that she would need to engage with them. But I don't see her actively being like, oh, me, It's just not her.
Yeah. What about Nissa?
I guess what I will have to do right now is try to figure out the meaning of that feeling that I had earlier of I am meant to be here at this moment. What I am meant here to be here for, kind of thing.
As you think on that, is that something you wanted to actively try and work out in right now, or do you think it's something that Nissa would then just think on throughout the party?
Probably throughout.
Okay. So, as Nissa is contemplating, and the party goes on, the majority of the guests will like slowly start filing out, and like probably when there's only like about 20 or so extra guests, as someone will come forward and announce to all those that received a direct invite for the Scoff Day feast, please adjourn to the dining hall. You guys are like the party members that were invited. Are pluses on someone else's invite. They are able to come. Those that are servers are brought back into the kitchen, and you guys are basically put on call to go and serve dishes to the different guests. You guys are each given like a little piece of parchment that has a rundown of each guest's dietary preferences and everything. And so each guest has like a list of maybe 5 or 10 hidden meals, all relatively similar, but that catered to their particular taste. Like you can see that like there's a lot of vegetarian hidden options for most of the guests. But for some of the guests, there's only meat options. And for like 2 of the guests, no food options are given. And you're basically just instructed to take a silver serving dish with a lid on it to them, and you have no idea what's under that lid, but apparently it's whatever they eat or don't eat. So, like, as everyone's getting their first course of food, their salads and other starters, there's King Ebenezer will stand up. What a great day! We have been graced with a scoff day gift from our Lord Xanthosis to our great city, and it is my great honor to receive such a thing. But it is also my great honor to receive all of the guests here. In particular, recognizing Princess Knox and her retinue, Prince Hassan and Princess Harim, and their retinue. My loyal retainers. Here's Captain and what's his name? No, Commander Gideon and his retinue, as well as the various his friends and honored guests from my own retinue, and like he'll then name them. And you do see that tall, vampire-like Goliath is at the table, and they're one of those individuals that gets a covered tray that with no explanation. And there's a in Commander Gideon's side, there's someone who's clearly a construct of some kind who also gets that serving tray. So everyone is served, and he holds his hand, a glass up. A toast to all those present, those who were unable to make it to this day, those that we have lost, those who are yet to be found. We miss them every day. He'll raise his glass. Cheers. And everyone will cheers and start having small talk around the table. At this point, all of you guys are generally together. I would assume that nobody would make a group chat, mental chat. I don't know if you can do this many people, actually.
I actually cannot. I can only do telepathic speech with one person at a time, technically. Unless they are, unless technically they are all my familiar.
I don't know if some of the party members would want to become familiars.
No thanks.
It's a shame.
Alright.
Nope.
Oh, I was muted. Dang.
What were you saying, Carrie?
Oh, I was making a joke, but the time is lost.
You guys.
Oh, and I will have let you know the warning if you didn't hear it earlier.
But warning.
No warning from Xanthosis.
Stay hidden.
That there are agents from Elysium that are after you.
I'm not supposed to be surprised. Though, it seems that this god might have a curiosity we can use to our advantage.
Oh, you know who has an item that might help? Hassan is going to do a telepathic bond done through his amulet between all of y'all.
Oh, hello.
Why?
Who is this?
Hello. You are friends of my sister, and I thought it pertinent that I thanked all of you. So he pointed out individuals. And so
Okay.
I wanted to thank everyone and for their assistance with rescuing my sister from our benefactor.
Yeah, wasn't like you were in a position to do it.
Sadly, as the primary prince, I cannot. And my incubator status is a given and has been so since my birth.
Ew.
Ew.
People of high birth tend to overcomplicate life.
After talking to your dad, I can understand. He's pretty tough.
He was in the same position. He was chosen as the incubator while his twin brother was not. And their older sister, she was a singling. Our race are naturally born as twins. Me and my sister, my father and his brother, my grandfather and his brother. But occasionally a single child will be born, and that child is called a singling. They lack the bond that we share racially. Me and my sister share a lot of feelings, emotions, and sometimes even memories. It's between each other when we are nearby. Almost like a telepathic bond. But it helps us understand each other, and it helps us be better warriors, which is why our benefactor took a liking to our line.
So you support her decision?
I will always support what makes my sister happy, but I will always deter her from putting herself in danger, despite her penchant for finding it wherever she goes.
Well, then just keep to that.
I can leave this link open if you who all wish to chat amongst yourselves. These parties are a political minefield. One wrong word, one wrong use of a utensil could be a faux pas that can cost your family a lot of pull amongst the other nobles.
That can be positive or negative. I mean, unless you don't care.
Right. So you guys now have groupthink in game and out of game. So previously you guys had discussed that you would try and broach this. You approach the subject about the king's son, and use that as an opportunity to catch Zoran and his crew, who in some sort of political faux pas.
Best thing is to figure out how we're going to do that.
Yes.
I mean, the king did just mention that there are people who've been missing, and I think it's a good thing to kind of open a low discussion between us and the king to ask him, what happened, like, who's missing? Is not everybody here at the table?
Hold on. Before we continue this discussion, I'll have my familiar look around to see if Harlequin is in the room.
Um,
Oh yeah, her button.
you have not seen Harley Quinn in this whole time, which is give me a sense motive.
Was it did I see Harlequin?
You can also give me a sense motive.
Because I remember you pointed out some people that I saw. I don't remember if one of them was Harley.
I don't see sense motive.
Oh, sorry. What was it?
Insight?
Insight, sorry.
Sure. 24. 24.
Oop. 24.
Both of you simultaneously realize how weird that is. Harlequin has never not been nearby in Zoran, in Arm, or one of the other members. Harlequin is their psychic link to each other. You, even back when you guys first met in that cave, if Zoran called Harlequin to call, called someone psychically, which you assume is Harlequin, and he said something about not bringing Zani down there at the time. You know that Harlequin's psychic range for like communication is wide. But you also know that you can read minds. So why wouldn't they bring the person that can read minds and can link their minds together over large distances to an event like this? There's some shenanigans going on.
I'd like to perception the guests that remain.
Harlequin is missing.
Yeah, so can I do that?
Yes, give me a perception.
Thank you.
Oh.
13. Do I have any left? Yes, I do. I'm gonna Bardic Inspire, use one of my own inspirations.
Okay.
15 max.
That's actually enough. If everyone in this room is someone that's important to King Erbedeezer, or someone who King Erbedeezer has strong political ties or desires to have strong political ties. You look across the table and you see in this order, Princess Ariana Knox, Columbina, Zoran, and you see Kevin Ashton, and you see Brigalia. You see basically the whole crew is here, except Harlequin. Thinking back, who was there? Mana, and Pakari. Give me a history check.
History.
What's the history again?
Yeah, I'm learning to
History.
use these checks more, especially for political
23.
stuff.
Well, that was a 10.
Mana, you remember her like?
Is it notable that I come from a cave system far, far from society?
Yes, these high society things are above your head. You've kept to yourself this entire time. You've done your job. You've gone up to people and said the word hors d'oeuvres, and nothing, and have not really thought much past it because this isn't your scene. But for Mana, you remember you've seen several gnomes around. At the party, there was the one gnome nobleman who picked up the sand, and there was another in the kitchen making the drinks. There was another that was one of the like one of the bannermen was one, but none of them fit your mental description of Harlequin.
What if they had their mask off?
Smells clean.
That's the thing. You have never. You realize at that you have never seen Harlequin without a mask. You're looking at Columbina without a mask. Yes, you haven't seen Brigella without a mask, but Brigella is a lizard folk. Look, she would stand out without her veil on. She has copper scales. Well, she has a big turtle shell strapped to her back. Even without a mask, you probably would be able to pick her out of a crowd. Kevin is Kevin. Half of his body is pitch black. He's a strange sight. You know Zoran's face. You met him. You saw his face before anyone else's. The only other person wearing the only other person wearing a mask at this table, is Princess Knox. But you, what to do with that information, you're not sure.
I can't cast magic in here because that comes from.
Yeah, you need and with the you would know because like all of you would know that the peace bonds and stuff that are basically prevent you from casting any kind of magic or anything here in the castle. Like you can't cast magic of any kind here. It's a way of keeping the nobles honest and keeping them safe so that people can't come here being someone that they aren't. But in that people that are never who they are have an opportunity to be someone else that is themselves.
Of those gnome-like people I've seen, did any of them look particularly stressed? Or intent, like overly focused?
They all looked to have a level of stress, except for the bartender. You remember, she felt like she was in her element, and she was just sitting there making drinks in the back. and like you would go up and get a tray of drinks, and she would just wave at you and send you on your way.
We're gonna go check on the bartender.
The bartender isn't here. Yeah, the bartender was for the party.
Oh yeah, that
there's
makes sense.
there's like all the drinks that are served here come straight from the wine bottles that you're given, and there's someone with a special wine cork that opens the bottle. Well, you were informed that these wine corks have detect poison in like and have a cleansing spell on them as well to remove any the toxins or poisons or anything that might be, that could make the wine dangerous.
Actually, I'll go to the supervisor for the
Right. You go up to them.
oh, of those people, how many of them were related to serving outside of the um mixer?
Um, Pretty much everyone that was working in the party is now working in the kitchen here. But you can you can tell that there are people that the chefs are highly trained in and are keeping their eyes out for everything. There's not a moment where a plate of food or a bottle of wine being moves that there's not three people clocking in that movement at all times.
Well, I'm not worried about poison. What I'm worried about is it's because if somebody was constantly moving around and focusing a bit too much, people would clock that. Also, new people. I don't know how many other people usually work here and how many are new.
Well, you guys got in through a recommendation, and there wasn't much of a screening process.
But was there anyone like her that also got in?
Um, the If you remember, the bartender came highly recommended. It They were described as someone who they're traveling in like a bartender.
Yeah, I'll
Like
ask the manager.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who recommended the bartender? Because I would like to get in contact with him sometime later.
Oh, the bartender was recommended by what was their name? They were this desert elf individual. I've worked with them a few times in the past. As their name escapes me though, but essentially they were they essentially said that if this was a traveling bartender, you know how bards are. I mean, they went to college for it. They had recommendations. They like had like an official seal from the Capital Bards College. So they were legit. Everything checked out, and even sending Stone on the college itself just to confirm that this person was who they said they are. Mm. They did a really good job. They got paid and they left.
Does any of that sound like it's related to Zoran's group?
Um, there's no desert elf amongst Zoran's group, but you have also seen Kevin Ashton can disguise himself very convincingly. That's how he got away from them. That's how he got away from you guys twice.
Let's see. I'll relay that to the others.
While we're in this kind of connected state, nobody's not going to really say much, but he is going to basically keep his mental eye out for anybody trying to listen in.
You don't pick up any of that static that you felt before when when Harlequin was in the room with you. So you're fairly sure that they're not nearby. But that doesn't make you feel any more secure.
Is the little prince alone?
Well, no. Well, he's hanging out with Aaron, Hareem's cousin, and they're basically just waiting for the signal in adjacent space.
Well, there is one other person that is. Darby's sister.
They don't know where she is.
Right. They use a telepathical link, then they can possibly track her down through that, right?
Well,
If we were thinking about it, which I don't think any of us were thinking, oh, hey, she's definitely hiding away in that little box. I
mean, it's also that the thought of that's probably what is looking for her.
Well,
yeah.
the room isn't the room still on this plane of existence? So a telepathic link should still be able to reach it.
But a telepathic link has to be made with the conscious person. You can't telepathically link with someone who's unconscious.
And she's in the house.
Telepathically linked, but you can and detect. Not detect thoughts. What's it called? You can repeat minds at will without having a telepathic link.
I do suggest that we still do this, but be careful. Harlequin is missing, and that is unsettling.
Mm-hmm.
Do with that what you will. I'm here to observe the chaos.
Was I able to sneak my suitcase in, by the way?
Does your suitcase have any magic items in it?
My suitcase is a magic item.
Magic item.
Yeah. With a good enough deception or bluff, whichever one it is you could get it in. So go ahead and roll that for me.
I guess I'll try.
If this was something that would have happened, I was saying, if this is something that would have happened before, I would have given you inspiration if you needed it.
Well,
does inspiration give me advantage?
Well, you would have been. You wouldn't have been there because that was with.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, you would have had to have left it in the employee, basically the employee locker room. We hear you, Journey.
Once I find a bit of along the stuff, I'm going to go wander off to the locker room in case something happens.
Alright. Give me a stealth check.
Why do you torture me like this?
Well, you
But-
said you're gonna wander off, and he clearly stated no movement goes without 3 people clocking it.
Can the guy go on a smoke break?
There are no smoke breaks in this dojo.
Oh,
as you take a little bit too long to grab
I
your
was actually-
next plate, someone puts their hand on your shoulder. Oi, what are you doing?
Sorry, a bit overwhelmed with everything going on.
Well, if you want your coin, then you'll have to be overwhelmed after the second course is served. These fancy nobles out there, aren't wanting to tip for not getting their food at the same time as everyone else. Because I don't need you letting Sir Davos think that he's not cared for, or that our Lord has something out against them because you didn't pick up this plate fast enough.
I
Move your little self. If I see you dillying again, then you'll be out on your tail.
There is something I want to do.
Yes.
It's more of a, I don't know if it would be a investigate or a perception, but I want to kind of see if anybody's peace bond looks like they deactivated it, basically tampered with it.
That'll be a perception.
no.
And
It doesn't. You can't see. A lot of the nobles, their peace bonds are decorative. It's not simply the armband that most people have. They have a lot of extra bits and doodads on theirs. They're in a competition to see who can have the fanciest peace bond. But so that makes it really difficult to see, and even the princess Nox's peace bond is very stylized, and looks different enough that you would be hard pressed to know whether it was owned properly or not. It's at this point that Ashara will come up to nobody, and she will say something.
don't you
She's-
mean not nobody?
Well, to your
Vizia.
to Vazio, yeah. Hey, there's I overheard just a little bit that that the Noxians have some sort of gift that's for the king, and I think if you guys want to, and I know you guys had something you were talking about before. They're trying to get that all worked out. You probably want to jump in before, or they give him something that will put it in deeper in his good graces.
Okay, who is sitting closest to the king right now?
Right now, well, it would be Commander
No,
Gideon.
of us. Of
Of
us.
of you guys, it would be he. It would be like probably the Dobat, I would say.
Of course, it's.
I'll immediately relay that to everyone else. It seems our timing has come short. We need to do this sooner rather than later.
I perceive it as a gift. Or present it as a gift to the king.
Of course, we should probably mention the fact of where they were and who they were with.
Well, yes, but to set the tone. Or what do you want me to say, as I am currently sitting the closest to His Highness?
I don't think you want
Again,
that pressure.
Doba's like, hey, do you want me to frame this as, hey, we have a Scoff Day gift for you? Or like Dobat has a Scoff Day gift, or what?
I guess. I guess.
How do we want to run this?
Is no one else going to jump in?
Yeah, I bet to say, come on.
Don't look at me.
So
Probably.
I think in the spirit of gift giving, it'd be perfect.
All right, get ready. Dobat is going to move over toward the king. Not in a threatening way, just kind of moving over to get into conversation.
You would know it would be customary to like stand and tap the side of your wine glass with the fork to get everyone's attention.
All right. Well, he'll wait to make sure we're ready.
I'll get ready with this signal.
Right. Yeah. Once we're ready, Dobat will give the customary ting.
The conversations will quiet down.
King Erbedezer, as this is a Scoff Day has given you a few gifts. Myself and a few compatriots thought we had one more for you that may be a bit more special. And he will kind of give the nod to give the signal.
I'll give the signal.
Right. You'll see Aaron in a room will come in, and behind him, Erbedezer's son. And why did I not? I wrote it down. I definitely did.
But y'all also think that this is like an ambush because we're surrounded by all the people that kidnapped him, on top of the people who have power, and that they
It very well could be. This could go horribly wrong, but I think if we word this right, we might be able to get out of this.
Well, here's the thing:
if we tell him, as his son walks in, the Reigns of Castamere start playing.
The what start playing?
The Reigns of Castamere.
Nope, no idea.
Okay. It's a Game of Thrones reference.
That explains it. But hey, here's the thing, John. If this does turn into a crazy ambush, hi, I'm a walking AoE problem.
Right.
And that was the day you murdered the nobility.
Well, hey, that's an easy way to get out of this character. He gets put down for crimes.
Alright, so
We fight war crimes in our D&D group.
Erbedezer stands sacredly on his peg leg.
And when they walk in, Dobat will say, "A return of one once lost."
My boy, you've returned, and like he'll go up and getting like this sort or half goblin, half dwarf that runs up to his more dwarf than goblin than son and embraces him. Oh, father, you will not believe what happened to me.
While they're talking, Dobite is just kind of side glancing over at Zoran's group.
Yeah, definitely all eyes on Zoran's group, making sure they don't make a move at the moment.
You will see, as he's explaining, you see, father, while I was out on the battlefield, I was beset by some dastardly evil enemies, and while I was in my wounded state, I was rescued by who I thought to be friends. And as you look at Zoran, and you'll see his calm demeanor slowly crack as a devilish smile and his eye it crosses his face and his eyes start glowing. You see Lord Eddard Blackhand of the Thieves Guild had captured and imprisoned me for the past few weeks. And
Hold on. Is this a spell?
You
Yeah,
give me
as
a
soon as you
knowledge
start saying that,
arcana.
Yeah.
yeah, let's see. I'm clocking that immediately.
Yeah, I think we're all clocking that one.
Thanks.
I just need to know because I got counterspell up my sleeve.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Where is the fucking? Okay, there it is. Pardon my
There's
language.
Arcana, and I am gonna boost it.
I'll take it. A 19.
I'm going to give the help action if I can.
17.
You guys will realize that, like, as he's explaining how he's bravely broke into the Thieves Guild hall that was located beneath a magic item shop in the upper city. He has been affected by the modified memory spell, but
Great.
it had to. You don't know when it happened because he saw Zoran and his folks. He talked to you guys about how Zoran and them had nursed him back to health, but held him captive, and had been doing some sort of testing on him, but he
So I'm not able to counter it.
counterspell only works when you see a spell being cast.
Dude smiling with
the
his
spell?
eyes glowing kind of looks like a spell being cast. So
Zoran is not casting
That's
a
what I'm
spell
asking.
right now.
No, he's not. This was something that got triggered earlier. I
Harlequin.
You
Yep, Harlequin.
You think back to when he left the room with Aaron, going to get a drink from the bar.
Oh, there it is.
You think back to the bartender, and you think what would a mixologist with access to magic, what kind of spells could they weave into a mixed drink? And then you think to the party, the dance, all the nobles, all the people that were served mixed drinks, and you realize now that you guys have been playing checkers in Zoran's 3D chess game. and there's some greater espionage and subversion attempt that has occurred here that you guys haven't begun to scratch the surface on.
Is it possible to enhance what's being said by him?
The problem is, at this point, it would be our word versus his. He thinks it's
I didn't
something
say that.
else.
No. I'm saying, do you think it's possible to enhance what he is saying?
Like, add to it
Enhance.
in a
Like-
way.
Like, use a spell to enhance what he's
We
saying.
can't cast.
You ever
We can't
get?
cast.
Mm,
Yeah,
No, we cannot cast right now.
you got. Even though you
I
could, there are several of you that can cast spells due to your peace bonds that's currently being inactive, but that you also know that this is a room with a ruler of this continent. The casting of a spell is something that will probably be clocked.
And the moment that happens, counterspell, you are going down.
You know that there's.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
so here's, I think, the situation we're in. And this guy's been drugged, and we can't use any of our spells to fix this situation.
but who is he
If I'm
saying saved him?
understanding,
What?
he's saying we
Wait, can I
saved
finish?
him, but we saved him from the Thieves Guild, not from Zoran and them.
Right, of course. But as his saviors, that should give us some form of leverage to explain further. Instead
So
of
that's
us
what I was getting
halting.
to.
Okay, sorry.
I think the best thing we can do right now, because we're not going to be able to fully convince them, because we're not going to have his word on it. But this, and that's the most best conversationalist here at the moment. So you might just need to try to spin it where Zoran is involved. Because we're not going to be able to fully convince them that this is a lie, because the guy who's speaking is not going to be able to back it up.
It could be an opportunity to, if he's describing what's going on in there, for us to say, yeah, we agree. This particular person was so familiar. He kind of looked like this guy here, but he was wearing this mask that looked like this. And then there was this other person that had this particular mask, and we ended up taking a mask from them that looked just like this.
Here's the other problem I'm seeing right now, though. At the moment, the only smoking gun we would have had to get Zoran is if Prince said something. If we start saying things, the Zoran's crew has a bit higher cred. So it would have to be, the Prince would have to be the smoking gun on this.
So, what exactly do we need to do in this situation?
If we
That's
don't
literally
want Zoran to heavily benefit from it and destabilize the region, we need to convince them that Zoran was involved in some regard.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Okay, I'm trying
We
to
do
think
have
here.
The mask might be a way,
who
though.
are we talking to again?
The king,
Talking to the king.
King Urbadeezer, who's currently
Yes, sir.
getting the rundown of what happened from his son.
And I'm currently standing
Okay.
having addressed the room.
Yeah, but I mean,
But is he
in
still
the-
standing amongst us?
He's,
Yes.
Well, they're at the front of the table. Well, you guys are in the middle somewhere. Here at the table across from Zoran's group.
Okay, but here's the question: does Bakari still have the whole waiter thing
Yes.
over right
Yes.
now? Okay, can I alter the food on my plate with my spice pouch I have on me and try to give him one? like offer food to him, doing my job.
To the
reason I'm asking this because if the alteration works, my Best in the West thing can activate, which means that the friend spell would be basically casted, but no negative side effects. It would help us.
You're trying to offer this to the king?
Yes.
All right. You would need to stealthily modify the food.
Okay.
I will tell you the DC is going to be 18 for that.
And
okay, will that be sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand or a stealth check.
And also realize that there are some potentially really bad repercussions if you get caught on that.
Use your inspiration.
I can't.
Actually,
or would I be able to use my cook utensils, or does it need to be like sleight of hand?
It would need to be sleight of hand.
Okay.
If you were currently hired on as a chef, you would have been able to use your cook's utensils to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're lying low right now, so you didn't take on the chef position.
Am I rolling normally, or can I roll with advantage since he's distracted? Since everybody's kind of distracted right now.
Yeah, roll with advantage because everyone is kind of distracted in this moment of celebration, and like hearing his tale.
Oh, there we go.
Hey. 19.
There you go.
Woo.
You are able to stealthily modify the food, and you're trying to give it to the king?
Yes, I'm trying to be like offering the, what was it, hors d'oeuvres that we have?
So,
right now you're
a
serving
special celebratory.
Right now you're serving meals, but why not?
Okay.
Oh, what about a
Is it the king's meal? Because I mean, he's got to take it anyway.
Spiced wine.
Okay.
Yeah, how about
also, it makes sense to take something over to them because the prince probably is very thirsty from being captured for so long.
It's a celebratory.
So I'll take a tray of wine, and I'll like take my special seasoning pouch that I have, because I have that special one I got.
Yeah, you get
and I'll
small wine.
You got some star anise, some citrus peels, some cloves, some.
Yeah, and I make it look like a little fancier, so like it looks special, and go over there.
A celebratory drink for the return home.
Yeah, some exclusively special drinks.
What?
So I'm assuming I can watch before I walk over, so I'll clock that and go a toast to the return.
But that'll also give you an opportunity to add to what the prince is saying. You know?
I know. I have to wait for them to drink, though.
Oh. Thank you, my dear. And like he'll take the wine. Alright, here's what I'm going to need. It's going to be an initiative roll between Dobat and Zoran. Who speaks in his moment first? Is Zoran going to interrupt, or is Dobat going to get his words in?
Goodness.
Okay. Does this work?
Would I be able to cast Thaumaturgy to distract Zoran to give him a disadvantage?
You would know not without setting off alarms.
Ability check is okay. Is a initiative roll an ability check?
Yeah, if you go to your character sheet underneath your character, there should be a initiative.
No. I'm asking this for technicality.
Yes, it is
because
an initiative roll is an ability check.
I'm gonna inspire it.
Wait, I was gonna ask a question too.
Yes.
How close am I to I keep forgetting his name.
Zoran,
yeah.
You guys are probably about. So you guys are at the right table. They're at the left table. So there's probably about a good 15 feet between you.
Because I was going to pretend to accidentally spill a drink on him if he was close enough. I guess he's not. But I will throw that through the mental link to our servers.
If I can throw him off by spilling a drink on him, I gladly will.
Mana, do you want to give me a sleight of hand to spill a drink?
Do it. Do it.
You're cutting out.
Sorry, no, we can't hear you. You need to come back to your computer. So wherever you are, we cannot hear you. And he's gone.
Go hunt him down and duct tape him to his chair.
He expired. Mana that one so hard that the roll didn't even go out.
Kiari.
Slightly... This is slightly annoying based on what we talked about, Keontae, but oh well.
I roll it.
Well, I'm waiting to see if we're...
roll a stealth.
Oh, because
or
he was
sleight of
trying to...
hand.
He needs to roll a sleight of hand potentially, but he was trying to say something.
But
Well,
also,
I thought nobody had rolled a sleight of hand. Was it Mana?
yeah, it was
Mana's gonna roll a sleight of hand to spill a drink all over Zoran.
I'll do it. I'll do it for him.
But you're...
could
Obviously,
I have
he's occupied.
could I have one of my members aid?
And can I
don't know where
aid?
you put elephant. Oh, yeah, there's elephant under the couch.
Yikes! Maybe he shouldn't do this.
Why? What's his sleight?
Plus two.
Maybe I should have one of my members do it.
Well, what would one of your members have a better sleight of hand?
Not sure.
Where am I?
can
You're
try to-
sitting at the table.
The problem is we're 15 feet away from Zoran. We were having some of the cooks and one of the cooks or servers try to spill a drink on him to delay him.
I mean,
Where'd you go? You gotta say something. We haven't rolled yet. Your sleight of hand is shitty. I don't know if you should try that. But hey, you know what? Believe in the dice, I guess.
I will try to help boost it because I have pretty good sleight of hand, and I can
problem is
pretend to be calling them over.
Would that work?
wouldn't be sleight of hand. That would be deception.
Well, he's gonna. Well, it's gonna try to be to aid.
Yeah, but if you're calling them over, it would be a deception roll rather than a sleight of hand. Be like,
Can you roll
drink
that?
over here.
No,
Is
I'm not
Dobat's initiative just that bad?
No, I have a +4.
Their initiatives
With
are
Bardic
the same.
Inspiration, I think you'll be fine.
Well, the thing is we want to put the odds as far in our favor as we can. Because if I fail,
Yeah,
Zoran
but if
gets the
Kiari
score.
fucks this up, it might fuck all of us up.
That's why I say maybe I have a. Do I have a member over on that side?
I'll say. I'll say he's MT is over there. He's the only one that has stats. He has 16 in Dex, but he's not trained in sleight of hand, so it's only a +3.
Can't hear you, Karen.
Oh my god.
Duct tape up to his chair.
+3 is better than a +2, so I'll aid him instead.
Okay.
So we'll go with that.
Alright.
Alright,
And
so I'll let that go through.
I'm just saying, too many variables sometimes can fuck shit up. I'm just saying.
Roll for MT. It's just a D20 plus 3.
With advantage. With Mana's helping.
Well, before that, Nissa would need to roll a deception to make calling them over to cover.
No, are you gonna?
It's gonna get
fucked. Don't do that.
Okay,
Unless
And
you have
then
a high deception.
I'll roll the advantage real quick. I didn't do it. My bad.
Well, 18 will.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, 18's fine.
All right. So.
Well, Nissa's got to call the server over, and then
Well, we can do it without Nissa.
Mm-hmm.
Nissa was just trying.
I thought Keontae said that they have to be called over.
Yeah, if you're trying to.
No, it was.
If you're trying to aid in it, that would be for it.
Yeah, because John was going to try to aid, but with how he would have to do a deception to aid.
Okay, yeah. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you spill the drink. Hey, that'll take Zoran's advantage on initiative rolls to normal.
Oh, he had advantage. Oh,
see, there's a reason.
There's a method to the madness.
There is a method to the madness.
All right, so I'm going in with. All right, so what do I got to beat? 14. So, let's see here. I can tie it. I can tie it.
Yeah, you can tie it.
I tied it. No. Yeah, I tied it.
If we count tiebreaker here from the initiative rolls, that 0.12, so that because of that spilled drink and Zoran's slight lapse, you're able to get raise your glass before Zoran can stand up. Just barely.
So to allow for my toast to the returned.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right.
A toast, and we'll end the session on him drinking the wine.
Zoran's playing 3D chess. We're out here cheating.
We're out here eating the chess pieces.
We're over here playing.
Hey, look! He shouldn't have underestimated Pakari carrying around a spice pouch with her all the time.
Yeah.
The one
we're
thing,
over here playing.
The one thing that could sort of mess up this whole thing is you guys having non-magical methods of subverting what he's doing. Now, it's not a guarantee, but it's better than nothing.
It's gonna give us advantage on them charisma checks, so.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And again, that is slightly annoying, but oh well, I have ways to do things.
So here, this is your guys' homework. You guys got to figure out how you are going to thwart Zoran's plan, and in the time between our next session.
Stab him in the throat.
I was thinking the same thing.
So
I'm just saying, look, if I can alter a meal right next to a king and give it to him, I'm pretty sure I can just throw a shit ton of poison in a cup and feed it to Zoran. Does Zoran even really know Pakari?
Zoran met you twice.
That's it.
You guys have not exchanged words at all, though. So I have been keeping track of the people that Zoran has talked to. Zoran has talked to Dobat 2 times, this time included. Zoran has talked to a Darpy 6 times. He's talked to Mana 4 times. Nobody twice, I think. I have a question mark. Has only talked to Nissa the one time.
Hated.
So
hated him more and
Zoran
more.
has talked to Adarpi more times than anyone else in this party.
That's because the Darpy don't care about his shit.
Actually,
And
I have
if
a
she was a
question.
teeny bit bigger, would stomp his ass.
I got a question.
Yes.
Layla said that Zoran had already advanced his curse mark to stage 2, correct?
Yeah.
Would that mean that Zoran's stage 2?
Yeah, but
If he's
are you referring?
activated it.
Yeah, the thing is, it's the same level as mine and Nissa's.
Yeah,
He
because
can
mine is also 2.
Yeah, he can go further. This also means he has free access to Layla's tomb if he so chooses. So, that's a bit of fun.
But the reason why I ask is because you could also, because if I remember correctly, it permanently makes you into an undead.
No. That was me activating the transformation of the level 2.
Yeah, you can have
You
the
don't
level
think Zoran's
2.
activated it?
Yeah.
Possibly, but his level 2 may be different from my level 2.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
you got to have
Nissa
to
has a
remember Zoran has access to who Lucian Etafernus, the person who invented these curse marks to begin with.
so he could probably tinker it
Mm-hmm.
to prevent that slight side effect.
Did you just try to nip me, Daija?
Gash's been trying to do things to you all night, which is why I said earlier, cage.
No, Dyson doesn't deserve cage. Dyson is a sweet cat who never did no wrong.
Gash has been attacking Kiari all night, as stated earlier.
Dyson,
Yeah, he wants to play.
He's a sweet cat that can do no wrong.
And Dyla hasn't been sticking in the hallways for him to charge at, so he's been charging at me because I wander around when I'm thinking.
So, before I sign off, does anyone have any guesses to what Zoran's plan is?
I mean, for the sounds of it, he's trying to do something with the Thieves Guild, but how the modified memory was set.
He's trying to have the Thieves Guild taken out, it sounds like.
Or at least the head honcho. Potentially take over the Thieves Guild, use it to run an underground racket. Of course, that's only one part of it, because we don't know what other modified memories are in play.
I think he's just trying to clear the board. But we know he wants to get to Layla's tomb, but as it currently stands, and there's going to be a whole bunch of mercenaries and adventurers that's in the area that are trying to do stuff. A lot of those people will get taken up if the government declares war on the Thieves Guild, while also still fighting its war with its neighbor.
I think the best option that we can get out of this is try to get away where we get stuck with them. That way we can keep an eye on them. But I don't know exactly how we would do that. If you get what I'm saying.
Get him.
Be like, yeah, say, like, I don't know how we would do it, but basically get us teamed up with them where we could keep an eye on them.
Right now, I think it's a chance of either run them out of town, or fail to run them.
Oh, go ahead.
Or just kind of fail at that, and they just become potentially slightly more watched.
So I don't know if with how things are currently, I don't think we can fully turn it on them easily. But what we could probably do is, as you said, put them under heavy scrutiny and probably push this to a court case.
I have a
'Cause they're
really bad
suspected of-
idea, but it all depends on if we... Do we still have a way to call that person back? That mage that will do anything for enough money.
How about Alexa pause?
That cleric person. Because we might be able to get someone that can remove the...
The modify memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The problem at that point is proving that it occurred to let someone do that. Because I have dispel magic on deck. I can.
Why don't
The problem is we can't prove that's going on right now.
why not just tell the truth?
I mean, you could
Because-
literally tell the truth to be like, hey, we also... But not tell the truth to be like, hey, we ran into these people wearing masks down there. We have one of their masks here, and pull... If you have the mask on you and pull it out and see how, what's her name reacts to you having her mask, since you know how she's about mask.
Well, I'm saying we could just tell the truth, and then just
Yeah, I'm
see how
saying
it
tell the
goes.
truth and pull out the mask and see how she reacts. Because if she reacts poorly to you having her mask, it's like, okay, give it back, kind of thing, then you got her. You got him.
Oh my god. Half of everybody got kidnapped. It wasn't, I mean, like, I know that he got kidnapped earlier, but everybody else got kidnapped too.
Yeah, I'm gonna start talking about that. Again, it's just the thing of we need to be sure to word it carefully. Is how it needs to be.
We're also in the race of public opinion. Because we can say the truth, and I do think using the truth is a good idea, but we also still need to put it in a way that...
I think that y'all are overthinking it. I think that because he's already given us the credit of saving his life and rescuing him, the way that he puts it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, he's the son of the king, but if we make a statement and say, well, he might think that where he was this place, but honestly, where we got him was not there. Where we got him was from this place, and we were surrounded by these people, and just being upfront and honest, and then whatever consequences happen. But he's already given us the credit, which already give us advantage, as long as we're honest. And everybody else is already being tricky.
Well, we could also go that way, and then if Zoran says something otherwise against it, call for somebody to be brought in that can use Zone of Truth.
Yeah, that could be a discussion for after, but right now we can't use magic. So
no, that's the thing. This would be us appealing to the royalty to say, hey, we are saying two different things. Bring a court-appointed mage to cast Zone, or bring this to a
see
trial.
who is lying or not.
Yeah.
But
okay. Look.
If Zoran gets it, if it gets to a us versus Zoran thing, and we deadlock, that's a situation that can happen.
The thing is she's just trying to say, just if in all honesty, he being as honest about it is probably your best move. So
that's what I'm going
I'm
with.
confused. Yeah, I'm confused.
Yeah, that's what we're saying we're going
not talking
with.
about lying, and we're talking about we're going to be truthful, but how do we also work
extra time trying to be very careful about your wording instead of just instead of just saying it. I mean, there's no harm in cutting him off mid-sentence. There's no harm in stopping him from continuing on with something that's not true, especially when there's how many of us in the room who just rescued him. So it's
Yes,
not
but
even
you
against God's word, it's against everybody who rescued him. We were all there. So it's not even our word against Zorn's word, it's we rescued this guy from this exact place. There is not a possible way that it could have been anywhere else but there. Now, if
Right.
Zorn has already gotten into the king's mind, then that doesn't matter then, right? But you guys decided to bring him in and reveal him to the king right now, even though we still didn't find out if Zorn had anything to do with his kidnapping to begin with, even though that was what was initially discussed. But you guys decided to bring him in as a gift. Fine. Now he's here, but he is spilling, the false truth. The truth is we saved him. There's your leverage. Run with that. There should not have to be a long discussion, like always, about something that is so simple. Just tell the truth. There's not even a reason to have to pick and choose what to say. Just say. Y'all do that with everything else.
All we're doing is having a discussion, and we plan on telling him. Yes, Zorn did a thing, but until they got to the party, because we didn't pick up on the bartender thing until this session, before this point, everything was in place for us to be able to just bring him in. He tells the truth. Oof, oof, oof. But right now, what we are planning on telling the truth. We're going to share that information, but we're also doing preparation work around that because Thorn isn't a nobody here. He's 3 seats from the king. He's one of the most important people in this room right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to also take into account how this is all perceived, because all these nobles are going to have opinions on what are accusations, and and so we need to put it in a way that also makes it where Thorn can't immediately turn it around on us.
But he's already done that. That was why Keontae made a statement in the beginning that we are playing chess. We're playing checkers in the middle of his 3D chess. Like, he's already so many steps ahead, so
And
it
that's what
wouldn't
we're
matter.
trying to deal with. That's what we're trying to
Y'all
deal
are
with.
trying
So what I would
He
say,
has to play checkers again.
hey guys,
If
is,
he's playing chess,
Oh my
why do we
God.
keep playing checkers?
hey guys, here's what I will say. Hey, the more important thing that you guys have to figure out is what Zoran's goal is through this, because regardless of if you correct it or not, that why has Zoran done this, and is this was like this modified memory thing is obviously something that's premeditated, but how much of this was planned in advance? How much of the past 3 days has Zoran been has Zoran placed you guys under him as part of this plan? What is the plan, and how whether you guys have the ability to do something about it in this moment, or if this is something that you guys are going to have to unravel at the tail. Because sometimes when a constrictor snake grabs you, you have to get it off you some way. You either start at the head or tail, or you can grab at the middle. And I'll tell you this, grabbing at the middle isn't going to get it from wrapping you up. So you guys are currently in a position where you are grabbing at the middle. So you have to figure out how to switch to grabbing the head or grabbing the tail.
That's what we were trying to do.
Well, the thing is this current conversation with the king is only a part of some overarching plan, because
We
Drake,
know.
yeah, so trying to who trying to suss it out here in this situation can may benefit you, but it most likely will not. That it
I'm
most,
not.
but I'll just say, hey, you guys are on you guys are on a track. Heck, I won't say whether it's the right or wrong track because that might give away too much, and I'm bad at doing that. I can't stop talking sometimes. But you guys
Okay.
is just take some time. Then um, I got I gotta go ahead and get off soon.